Go! Good! Finish strong! Good, J-Mo! Go on, lads, go on! Come on, boys! Go on!
Don't step early, keep going! All the way! Good!
Good, Shawnee!
Shawnee!
Go on, Shawnee, go on! Go on, lad, come on! Go on!
They'll go with you, go! Go! Push! Push!
Go on, lad, come on!
36, 37, 38.
One more, lad, one more, go on!
Ross, what on earth have you just done to him?
As part of our trademark, really, with the Rotherham United pre-season, we always have to bring out one run in particular. We call it the Crucifix run. It's just about how much can the boys commit to a drill when they don't know when it's going to end. They don't know how fast they're going to have to run. They just have to keep on putting one foot in front of the other and getting the mate through it.
We keep saying and we keep preaching that this trip is as much about mentality as it is physically. Sometimes, to the layman stood on the side, it's difficult to see, but if anyone had watched that, and they will see the footage, you'll probably see that that was a mental challenge.
Yeah, 100%. We just got to make sure that the lads have an understanding of what our version of hard work is, and that version of hard work never stops. So if they think that they can't get to a press or they can't get to when the ball's going out of play, changing that mindset to know you can, and at the same time not just thinking that you can yourself, but you've also got 9 lads behind you who are also finding that ability to give you the air that they need to recover and encourage you to go and make that press or that challenge or that duel win or whatever that looks like. And just creating that culture over here with drills such as that encourages that behaviour.
Good stride, boys.
Stay with us, lads, go on, Sean!
Strides out. Turn strides out, boys.
Go on, lads!
Good strides out.
Go on.
Well done. Susie, you look amazing, lads.
Come on, push! Come on! Come on, man! Come on, what you got?
For context as well, that wasn't the first part of the session today, that was right at the end. Was that by design, I assume, to make it even tougher?
We want to make sure going into that the boys are warm. I mean, it's hot enough over here anyway, but making sure that they can cope with the demands of what that looks like. I mean, we've gone out and done a 5k run this morning. I'll purposely throw in different routes and get lost on purpose just to challenge them to see if they moan, and running through long grass or getting to rivers and trying to cross it or whatever, and just trying to create that environment where the lads see everything as a positive, and whatever challenge is thrown at them, then yeah, they get on with it and they crack on with it and they don't get fazed by it. And it'll count when the season starts to come in thick and fast, and the weather's not nice or they're losing a couple of games, they need to try and find a win from somewhere. Just anything that we can create that positivity. But to get that out at the end of the session, bit of fatigue in the legs, but create that environment where you can push your mate through it and find that little bit extra that you didn't think you could have before. Yeah, it was by design that we throw it in at the end rather than shocking with them at the start.
You said it was to measure a few metrics, but overall, how pleased were you with the attitudes there?
Yeah, I mean, we can make a fitness assessment of it to say, lads, we're getting in what speeds and what times, but that wasn't what we were intending to do. We want to try and create it where we had all the injured boys out, all the staff were out, everyone was rallied around the outside, encouraging your mate, trying to find that time, like I always say, give your air to your mate when you need it and you're struggling and you're on your knees just from doing the run yourself. Can you still find it to encourage your pal through at the same time? And it's just about putting one foot in front of the other. That's all it was today, and the lads have done really, really well with it.
50! Come on, Sean, go on, lads! 2, 3, 4! Good running, James. Rest. Good running.
Basket, bro!
Spoke to Dale Tong yesterday, and I know as a staff you're trying to bring out the lads in terms of getting behind one another. Have you kind of seen that develop throughout the week? That was probably the loudest so far, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we first came back in, we had testing days Thursday and Friday, and we did a lot of our work, and we showed the boys that we've got a little bit of work to do, but equally we didn't use it as stick to beat them with. We're trying to create this culture that's positive, supportive, but I always say, give the lads a kick in the back, but follow it up with an arm around the shoulder. So we have our standards, we have our version of what good looks like, and we'll try our best to get the boys to that standard, but not do it in a way that we're just going to be cracking the whip. It might come across a bit military-esque at times with that particular run, but peel it back and see it for what it actually is, then yeah, it's about nurture, it's about support, it's about care, it's about making the lads realise that they can do more than what they think they can, and that's our jobs as coaches.
Try and get in them times. Go on, push yourself.
Brilliant, mate. Good. Come on, Zach. Keep pushing. Stay with him.
Go on, push. Push.
Stay with him.
Go on, Josh, finish it off. Finish it off. Go on, John. Keep going. 28, 29, go! Come on, then, here we go, last bit! Come on. Keep going!
Whenever we talk to you, it's always very science-based, such as your background, but how much can you put a price on that support that the lads are giving to each other? Of course, the measures will stand for themselves, but as somebody that believes in all the science of it and stands by it, how far does that go?
I think what I say to the lads since we've come back in is thank you for trusting us with your careers. And when they see that version of what a staff is here to do, we're support staff. You know, let's take that phrase and go, we are here to support the players. We show them everything. There's transparency, everything that we do. When we do the runs, we give them a reason why. When we collect data, we show them what the data actually means. We sit down, we discuss it through them. We bring them into that decision-making process in terms of can we or can't we do what we want to do, or can we find different ways to do it? And the lads have to be honest with us, we have to be honest with them, and we create that relationship, we create that bond, and they're the bonds that give you that extra yard when you do need it, when the times get tough. So when we create that culture, it's a culture of care, it's a culture of nurture, a culture of support, as I keep saying, and this is one of the places where we can really immerse ourselves in it, doing 18-hour days, and create that culture and show it from going into the season.
And again. 16, 17, 18. Love that, boys. Keep pushing on, Gemma. Go on, you've got it. Come on, Go on, Gemma. Go on, get in. Go on.
I know there's no policy of singling players out, but after we did a bit of a joking quiz with the lads yesterday, they suggested that Reece James might be the favourite of the coaching staff by the end of this week, and the work he's done there probably won't have done him any harm.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. I think he was top dog for the distances covered in training last week. He was still finding air to give to his mate during the run, not after he finished it. He was cheering the boys on in between the poles. So, you know, he's a great lad to have around the place, as the rest of them. You know, Cam Dawson's birthday yesterday, we all celebrated with a cake with the evening meal. And this is what we're trying to do, not just try and pinpoint one player who can make a difference to the group, but give everyone the responsibility and the autonomy to show that they can make a difference themselves. And yeah, let's hope so throughout the course of this week, we can keep on building on those experiences. Lads who maybe don't have a voice can then start and create one and show that little bit of vulnerability at times can be helpful for them developing themselves as individuals, but also for the team.
It's your job to put them through their paces, but it's also your job to help them recover. There's a few sat in ice baths looking a little bit sorry for themselves, and I know you've said to go away and make sure they get plenty of calories in them and things like that. Is that a big thing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And we can do that, like you said, about calories. Sometimes we can be a little bit fixated on what's the right food, what looks the best on a plate. But essentially during this camp, we just want to make sure that the boys are getting their energy back in, and that essentially comes down to finding that energy balance of calories and where it comes from. We've got a really good hotel. The menus have already been created before we come over here. The boys are getting a lot of food, a lot of opportunity to refuel through some enjoyable food as well. And then, yeah, try and find somewhere that they can cool off. We've got a lovely pool, air-conditioned rooms. We're very well looked after.
Stand by and rest. Well done.
Great work, boys.
Love it, boys. Great shift.
Well done. Well done. Great effort. That was a little fun.
Push at the worst one.
Well done. We'll see you this afternoon.
That's the worst
I don't overbelieve you.
No, I'm being serious. That's the worst thing.
I think the trust issue kind of went on the last one there. A lot of trust in you before that. Where's J-Mode Robot? That's the cameras there. Don't be saying you asked the us.
And finally, day 3, you've covered a bit of this already, but are you happy with the progress so far from a sports science perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like pre-season's been going for a lot longer than what it has. We're essentially into our 3rd week, but 2.5 weeks in. And the boys are making some fantastic steps. Little things, cultural things that make a massive difference. Everybody is here 15 minutes before every session starts. We haven't got them coming in dribs or drabs. At the end of the session, everyone high-fives each other. When we see each other at breakfast, we're offering to make cups of coffee, cups of tea for everyone. Those are the things that make a real difference in terms of building that team. We can do all the other stuff. We can coach and we can make them fitter and this, that and the other. But essentially what we have got is a really good group of people that I've got some really good confidence going into the season with.
For pure sport, would you be tempted to go back in there and tell them they're doing the same again this afternoon?
There's a little bit of that inside me, yeah, just to really test them. But I think with seeing what the boys gave me there just then, I think that's enough for this morning.